Coming up on this episode of the Girls Group Chat podcast.
Oh my god, that is fucking rotten.
And you unfollowed me last year, but you're still looking.
Someone needs to check on the people of Derry.
What age were you when you had your first full tongue kiss?
Jordan's fucking horrified.
Hello and welcome to the Girls Group Chat podcast with me, Diona.
Me, Jordan.
Me, Shannon. And me, Olivia.
I nearly saluted. I nearly went, me, Jordan. Hey, welcome.
It's that old Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing in your head from a previous episode. Before we get stuck onto the episode, we want to remind you that we have a very sexy Patreon, patreon.com/the Girls Group Chat podcast. I'm assuming if everyone's done their job correctly, the link is below somewhere. On our Patreon, you get a bonus episode every single week. Take it to the group chat. And you also get bonus content almost weekly, early access to tickets like the one that's currently in there right now. It is on general sale as well. Our first live podcast is going to be this Christmas, this December 12th, in the Waterfront Hall in Belfast. There's only 1,850 tickets to sell.
That's all.
Everyone bring their granny, their sister, grab a friend that you no longer speak to and bring that person.
No better way to mend bridges. Absolutely. Rally up your old primary school class. How many people saw it? 30? I think that's a great school reunion idea.
That would give me so much fear. Do you know, like, have you said went to a school reunion
I
before?
would never. No, I would never.
No.
Have you? No, but there was talk of one time and I was like, I can't go because I'm not the most successful person in my year. Do you might as well, I don't want to be there and somebody else has done better in showbiz than me.
Wait, in primary school or secondary school?
Oh, this was secondary school.
Oh.
Yeah, but the
There
thought
was,
of
like,
any school reunion,
There
no.
was literally 8 people in my primary school class. So
Really?
we'd all just be sitting in here. Like.
Was it in a school or like in a wee hall somewhere? Like,
No.
was it an official school?
It was an official school, but there was one point they were
Just
getting
in some woman's kitchen.
they were getting like work done in the school, and they had like 3 classes in the dinner hall. Like that's
Oh.
where your classrooms were.
Brilliant.
Mental.
Where
So
was this?
Well, don't you bother bringing
In
your
English.
school. It's too small.
And I could bring the whole school. There was like 30 of us.
That is crazy. Imagine though, you'd no excuse then for not inviting everybody in the class to your party.
I know.
Like your school
Here,
man.
and
so
if there was
true.
a fallout,
Oh,
pick
pick a side.
And everyone did,
yeah.
because there was only really, like, if 2 people fell out, there's only 6 people left. So like,
The reason I wouldn't go to a school reunion wouldn't be against anybody in my school or anything like that. It's just too much time has passed. What have you been up to? What for the last 20 years? Don't
A
worry
lot of
about it.
small talk.
Add me on Facebook.
But
Check
we
it
all,
out
exactly, we all, boomer, Facebook. But you know, like, because we now know what everyone's been at.
Yeah.
Aye.
So it's not like you can be like, oh, what have you, wow, have you seen Cynthia? I mean, I don't know why we're living in Hollywood, you know, but like, you know, if we know what everyone's been doing.
Yeah, there's girls I haven't seen since I left school, and I know exactly how many kids they have, what their kids
Yep.
are called. I still wish them a happy birthday. Like, it's as if we're still pals.
yeah.
You'd have to be such a passive aggressive bastard to be like, so what have you been up to since you left school? I'd be like, you know, because you have me on Instagram and then you unfollowed me last year, but you're still looking.
Yeah,
I
that's
see you in my stories.
We hear you listening to the podcast. That
Yeah.
makes sense. So, can I just point out, we're filming this the day after the Sunday
I
social.
know.
We are not well.
I'm hanging like a bat.
And
Yeah.
the fact this is only the first episode out of 4 that we're recording today.
Yes.
We're very tender. We are tender. Can I say
I'm
the best?
tender to the touch.
Yeah.
Fragile.
You're giving
is
tender
so horny.
vibes.
So worth it though. Not that. I mean, like the day.
Oh my god, it was amazing. But my favorite moment, no, I had so many favorite moments, but
Yeah.
you taking your wig off on that catwalk,
That was
and
iconic.
swinging it around
Swinging
your
it.
head.
'Cause
I've never seen
the-
something more feral and fantastic.
Everyone was like, wow. But if anyone has the video, please send me it. Because I feel like we were just saying, like, people are probably like too scared to post the video, thinking that like
You're
Yeah,
fierce.
there's offensive
I'd
or
be
something.
offended, you know?
Yeah, no.
But I'm
Or in
dying
case
to
they're
see
like, she maybe has the fear, we'll not post it today.
I know.
We'll post it where Olivia's like, get it out.
So we were all rightly on, right? And then you then had to go and host or present an award at Miss Great Britain. And we, after the event, were upstairs. And this is Olivia practicing.
Congratulations to Best in Publicity, Miss Bitch.
This bitch.
Say.
Like, I could not string a sentence together.
I love that.
We
so
were actually
much.
concerned for her well-being.
Yeah.
We were like, wait, Dan, did you know this? She was going back to get changed in the hotel.
Yeah.
And Dan, who works in Revolutionary Cuba where our event was, he walked you the whole way to your hotel because he didn't trust that you
She's
could
like, I
get
know,
there
it wasn't that
safely.
I know. It wasn't that bad. I remember the whole walk.
No, I thought he walked her to the door of Revolution.
No, he walked me to the hotel and walked back.
Ah,
Because I was like, I know where I'm going and
Yeah.
Gran on. He was like, you're blocked. I was like, I'm not that
Oh,
blocked.
but that was very gentlemanly.
That was
of him,
so
wasn't it?
lovely. What an angel, like.
I had an Uber waiting for me, right, and I went and got a McDonald's in the town.
No, I near died that you got an Uber to Craigavon.
Oh, I know.
But then when you told me the price, I was like,
400
I
quid.
feel like no,
No, it was like 50
It
quid.
was 50 quid.
It's so cheap. You don't I mean, it's not as dear as you think. If you got a taxi, it would be like £100 probably.
50 quid,
But
good.
Uber is like,
I've paid 50 quid to get home to Donald.
no, on a Sunday night. If you were going on a
Aye,
Saturday
Saturday
night,
night
it would be
different.
double that. You know
I
what I
can't
mean?
believe you went to that McDonald's.
I went to the McDonald's in the town, met
It is
so many
fucking
people.
chaos.
Oh, it's where people go to
You know,
catch
they have a
diseases.
bouncer.
Yeah.
They have a bouncer for their McDonald's. Isn't that mental? And I stood chatting to her for a good 45 minutes while she held me back.
There's always somebody getting their head kicked in, like.
I did one night.
You got beat
I
up
got-
in
No, I
McDonald's.
got
In that
punched
McDonald's?
in that McDonald's. I got punched.
Course.
I don't know if they got the wrong person. I
sorry.
don't know if they got the wrong person. I genuinely, to this day, don't know what happened. All I know, there was a big queue of people. All I ordered was a Sprite. I reached over, got my Sprite, walked away. This girl I've never seen in my life poured a Fanta over my head and punched me in the jaw.
What?
And
But hold on, simultaneously or one and then the other?
poured it first, and I was like, and my friend was there, and we were like, "What just happened?"
That's overkill.
I actually
One or the
reported.
other.
I reported to the police. I they made me go to A&E the next day, even though I knew my jaw wasn't broke. Or
But you need it on paper for the claim, don't you?
Well, do you want to hear the best thing? That one bit, you can see the girl walk over towards. You can see everything. That one bit of McDonald's. This is what the police said. Is a blind spot for the CCTV.
It wasn't her first rodeo.
course
She's
it was.
always done the old foreign punch in there.
yeah.
This is years ago, and like I've never been in any sort of fight in my life, but I always had it in my head like, someone hit me, they'd get it. I froze.
I know.
I die.
If someone hit me, they wouldn't get anything except me crying.
But
that would be
I
a
thought
shake.
I would
I
be
thi-
Billy Big Balls and like fight back.
I think I'd fight back.
You would.
I would.
I
would.
thought that though.
No, I know, but I have done it.
You've punched someone.
Yeah.
Who was it? Did you punch?
Boys.
Oh, that's
fair
fair
enough.
That's right.
No, sorry, we're not condoning that.
No, I remember. So I was in one of those like teenage relationships where everyone was such a wee like what do you call it? What's the boys? The
Dweeb.
dairy they call it louts.
Chavs?
Like a smeck or chav. Everyone's just like smecks, and the boys would all scrap all their boys and all, and then I'd be like jumping on, swinging off neck. Oh, I'd done so many scraps. And I was mad about it too. No, not mad about it. Like, no, it's a
love fighting.
I was like, I wanted to be known as like she'll get in there and give
nails.
fair digs and all. I want to be like, I'm the girlfriend who I stick up for my man.
Oh my god.
Hold my earrings.
Hold my earrings, girl. Like I'd have got stuck and
Imagine you walking with your boyfriend with your arm around him.
yeah.
Come
I
on,
got
Pat.
you.
Come on,
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
Was this the era of like happy slapping? Like were you?
No, I wasn't happy slapping anybody.
But then we'll have to remember Diona also plays kissy cats in Derry, where
yeah,
we
yeah.
Punch each
punch
other.
people. So there's just a lot going on up there.
I continue to talk about this in my show where I talk about Kissy Chase and no one relates. And I'm all, do you even get punched? And everyone's like, no. And I'm all, I refuse to stop talking about it because I know it's a thing.
She's not going to drop the
Somebody-
bit till someone remembers.
Somebody
Like, "Guy
someday is
fucking
going to be
punched
like, yo, from the back, and that's
Yeah.
going to be your person. Like.
With a black eye.
Do you think no one else was playing the game that way? Maybe you were just really violent.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. No, but you were always the person getting punched because the girls were the ones who got punched. No, this is so awful. But that is, I mean, please, if anyone's listening and please can relate to playing Kissy Chase, I think some people called it kiss chase,
Kissy cats,
torture.
we called it a thing.
Kissy cats.
Kiss, chase, torture.
Yeah.
Aye.
Kiss.
And you were offended that I suggested you might be happy slapping.
But this is that, like, my mad be awful proud if I came on my black eye. She'd be all fair play to you, my good Catholic girl. Didn't go for the kiss. She went for the punch.
What did you call it?
Well, I wasn't playing a game like that at all, to be honest with you.
No.
Did you play it?
Kissy cats, but no hitting.
We
Just
didn't.
kissing?
I've never.
I'd far rather
heard
get
of it.
punched than kiss. Back
Actually,
then.
but I think
In
it
general.
was more. I think it was more the idea of it. I don't actually remember being kissed or like anyone being kissed.
I think you just
I
like
think it
chase
was
each other
more
around
like-
and like
Yeah, being
of
like,
thing.
I'm gonna kiss, and then you'd be like, I don't know if it actually developed into a kiss.
We are so excited that That Prize Guy is a proud sponsor of the Girls Group Chat podcast. If you haven't heard about That Prize Guy competitions, come out from under your rock.
The current competitions are 70k cash, 50k cash, and 40k cash. They give these away almost every single day, and they give away cars such as Land Rover Defenders, Audis Q3, and the most unreal holiday destinations like Mexico.
And you can get in touch for like wedding favours and private event competitions. There's loads of instant win competitions on the website, so you literally enter, and if you just the money goes into your account there and then, which is obviously class. And you might even join loads of people who are now millionaires thanks to that prize guy.
Absolutely class. So go give yourself a chance to win. Head to thatprizeguy.co.uk and please remember to play responsibly. Keep it fun.
Who knows?
I had the most anxiety as a preteen about being kissed. I swear, I feel like I had such frigid anxiety.
Oh.
I had such frigid energy, but I would get on like I wasn't a frigid. Do you like you're pretending? You're I guess 12 boys before I got here.
Brendan doesn't know that word. It's not frigid, like you're not wanting to be promiscuous. A frigid is like the word. It's like being a kiss virgin, right?
Yeah, kiss virgin.
And then whenever you kiss someone, you'd lost your frigidity.
Frigidity?
Stinking. What a stinking word.
Do you know what we did as teenagers on Derry on Halloween night? We would line ourselves up the Derry walls and just go around snogging as many people as you could find.
That's a bit like
That
the
is
ice pool, to
wild.
be fair.
I remember walking home to my friend's house, I went with 2 Draculas, I went with some fella, what's the Hulk?
What is going on up there, Diona? And then did you beat them up?
Someone needs to check on the people of Derry.
No, I swear, it's like we're an island. Like, I don't know what's going
Whenever
on.
you moved away, they were like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
We're safe.
We saw her keeping it going. That's it. We just all lined up and everyone just ran around snogging, and then you went home. And you also were pretending, like you maybe kissed maybe 4 or 5 boys. But you were
like 42
yeah,
boys.
you and your friends are walking up the street and you're all 14 fellas and all fingered twice, winked 9 of them. You're all, no, I didn't do any of those things.
And you'd be... Jordan's fucking horrified.
Thank God no one had
Derry
liquid in their
way.
mouth
I
that
know,
time.
thank fuck.
I think that's why you were cast as a lead in Derry Girls. They were like, she's a bad representation
Yeah,
of this city.
yeah.
The people of Derry came together and was like,
No.
Yeah.
Give her a rule so she doesn't beat everybody up,
Yeah.
but keep her away from the main
She's got too many skeletons in her closet, and by skeletons is all the boys dressed up as skeletons at Halloween in her closet. She's going with them all.
I was pure gaslit as a frigid. Like, all of my wee friends were like, oh, like, we've kissed Aaron, no, you haven't kissed anybody. And then we went to the school.
But there was only
disco.
6 people in your class.
But we were all related. We weren't going with them. Like, fuck me. No, like, we'd go to the wee, like, school disco, and I was 11 at the time, and everyone else was like, oh yeah, no, I went with a boy in Bundoran on my holidays, but like, don't have
Oh,
any
it was always the holidays.
Don't have any photos of him, and never seen him again.
Ah,
Do you
yeah,
know? And then I
yeah.
was like pure stressed out. So then, like, my friend pushed me into a boy, and I went with him, and after that, they were all like, oh my God, I can't believe you went with someone. Like, you actually kissed him. Like, they were all like, oh my God, you're only 11 and you're a slut. Oh, and I was like, no, I literally got gaslighted. I was like, but you all said that you had, and they were like, oh, we're obviously lying.
That is such mean girls.
I know.
That's horrific.
That is really bad.
But he was in my primary school class.
But
we
no
were not
fairness, I
related.
actually can't believe you went with some fella when you were
No,
Thank God you reassured us that.
no, but there's only 6 of us, like.
What
No,
age
yeah,
were you when you
sorry.
had your first full tongue kiss?
27.
My wedding day.
Yeah, 13ish.
Okay, secondary school.
Yeah.
Ooh, I find that quite late.
Really? Sorry.
What age were you?
No need to gaslight
P7.
me.
Oh, I
P7?
Tongues and P7.
We lined up in the swimming baths. we do it in formation every time we kiss. We went to a swimming baths on a Friday. We went to the 3rd floor of Templemore Sports Complex in Derry that's usually got the lights off because it's disused. And we went up there. The boys all lined up against the wall. The girls chose their fellas, and we all simultaneously 3, 2, 1 all stuck the tongues in and kissed each other. It was
my
a P7.
God.
Are you okay?
We're getting ready for a confirmation.
Oh my fucking God.
No, I
That
would
is
say
wild.
about the same as Jordan. I don't remember. I actually don't remember anything about it. But early secondary school.
I'm sitting here still with my hands. My face just shocked at your entire childhood.
Oh my God.
Primary
I was 11. That was that boiler.
And you
Yeah,
were
we
first
heard
year.
everyone was talking
P7
about
or
it.
first year.
I was first year.
Okay, so we were. Well, it's not that much.
I know.
You know.
But isn't it funny? Like, like I still see him often, and I'm like, oh, like,
Yeah.
you're pure traumatized, even though
But-
it's like a million years ago, and he's actually like engaged.
The boy I went with, who was my first kiss, has won the lotto twice.
No way.
Whoa.
Fuck, should have held on to him.
I think like 20 or something grand twice. Like not the full lotto, but like a good back
GAA
then.
lotto.
That's all right.
Yeah, the GAA lotto. But like back then, that was a good old batch. Like
Can someone tell me what the GAA lotto is? I saw something on Instagram about this the other day. And
Do you
I
know
never
what
watched
the
it. I
GAA
have
lotto
no
is?
idea. No,
Do
but
they not
everyone
come
seems
to
to be
your
talking
door?
about it.
Actually,
Yeah.
no, you live in Belfast. I don't know. Maybe they do that in Belfast. I'm not sure.
They don't.
But like,
I can reassure you, no
Not
one
my
comes
area.
to my door in Ballybee.
Like,
Like for the GAA
so
lotto.
the GAA, most clubs have like a lotto that they do every.
But is it
like,
based on the lotto numbers that come up in the lotto?
No, they do
it's
their own lotto.
separate lotto. So you
Just a raffle.
It's basically a raffle to win like whatever money. So it can be like 20 grand.
I always see the signs.
The signs. But they basically come around your door and they're like, you'll buy a ticket.
Right, okay.
Like you don't really
Yeah.
have
You just will.
choices. You're
Yes.
like,
It's how many are you going to buy?
And
is
you're
the
like,
question.
I don't have any cash. You're like, no worries. And they have a fucking card
Bang,
machine.
bang. Yeah.
That's
Swear to God.
mad.
Yeah.
Did I tell you?
Buskers have card machines now.
They do.
In America, the homeless people have card machines.
They do in London.
No,
all
they
too.
do.
Fair fuck's
Fucking
sake,
they do.
Hustle Academy. Like,
And
But
the
this
thing,
is the
the
thing.
full stories. I was in LA, I think, and this guy came up to me, and it's a well thought out story. It was all about, I just need to get the bus home, and like I bumped into someone, I dropped my change, and I don't have enough, and like a full thing. And I was like, I actually don't have cash. Genuinely
Yeah.
don't, because most of the time, if I do, I will give them, and.
Card
No
machine.
worries. Here's the card machine. I was like, you fucking got me now.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you didn't tap, did you?
No, I didn't tap.
Oh, it's
Because
okay.
then in my head, I was like, how do I know this isn't like a scammy card machine that's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
take?
Then we
That
all
was-
become Armaz on Facebook. I'm like, they're gonna scam me for
Yeah.
life. I've never heard of this Eason's place. If I buy a pencil off them, will they store my details and rob my bank blind?
My dad actually got scammed the other week. And I felt so bad because I've said before, my dad won't join like Instagram, TikTok in fear that he sees people slabbering about me. So I feel bad because he didn't know that this was a really common scam because it's been shared before.
Aye.
And $2,000. They text him off a number saying, "Hey, it's
me.
It's hey dad, it's me. Something's happened with my phone or a payment of something. I can't remember what they said to him." And he went, "Is it Shannon or Sophia?" And I was on holiday, so it was like believable that maybe there'd be a different phone number. And of course, my dad sent the money.
Oh, bless
But
him.
he didn't think that the bank weren't sure if they would get it back, but he ended up getting it.
Oh, thank
Ah.
goodness.
But like that's a known scam, I feel like on social
Yeah.
media. But because
You would
he
know that,
he
yeah.
didn't know, bless
But
him.
my mum thinks everything's a scam. Like she thinks when I remember I first got set her up with Facebook years ago, and she was like, "Why is everybody talking to me all the time?" And she was all to me, "Why does your friend Mari keep telling me about her hangovers?" And I was like, she's not telling you. She's just telling the world. But my ma was going on and responding to every single person's status because she
Oh
thought
my
they
God,
were
I
all
love it.
messages to her.
So active.
She was like, this is a full-time job. I don't know how anyone does this. And she was like, so much. She would cover the the camera and all on her thing.
Oh,
she was
aye.
like,
The
they're
webcam?
gonna get us.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
But it is funny because sometimes like Kieran will say stuff about the phone's listening to you and all, and I'm like, realistically, what are they going to hear? Me and you talking about what we're going to have for dinner.
I know.
Do you know? There's not that much that I'm like
I've
worried
nothing to
about the
hide,
government
don't worry
finding
about
out about me. I've nothing to
Aye,
hide.
do you mind after COVID everyone was like, oh, the 5G, like they're gonna hack in and watch us and all. I'm like, fucking
Yeah.
God love you if you're watching me, just lie in bed all day. Like.
Honestly,
Aye.
like
Like,
my
maybe-
bored senseless.
They're like, oh, everyone has an agent and all, and the agent watches you through your phone. I'm like, I just sit like looking at myself.
Hey,
Do you know this? I actually want to talk about this today because does anyone else into conspiracy theories?
I love a
bit.
conspiracy,
Love.
yeah. And I spout them to Ben as if they're absolute fact. I'm like,
Yeah.
did you know?
Because you spin it, don't you? What's your favorite one?
I can't actually say it because it's so grim. I'll tell you. I might send Patreon. It's
It's grim.
Grim.
Go
yeah.
for it. I think you can do it. It's a safe space.
Well, if you know, you know. It's about the pizza parties.
Yes.
oh yeah.
But there's a specific video that allegedly exists of a certain
Incriminating?
former first lady.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Do you know the video?
HC.
Uh-huh. Do you know the video I'm talking about? No. That allegedly exists. Well, I tell Ben about.
Oh,
this
I
video
do.
as a-
Blood.
a face mask.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I don't know this part, but I know the pizza party thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Have you, do you know
It's
about
not,
Pizza
it's not my favorite, as in
No.
like I love that conspiracy. It's just something I delved
like,
into.
It's about child abuse, so it's like you're good on a spiral of information.
high up,
It's
very
up.
high up people in power and stuff.
It's the
And there's
deepest
loads
rabbit
of, like,
hole I've
Easter
ever
eggs.
fallen into
Yeah.
during lockdown. I mean, I spent days researching this like it was my job.
I went to sleep one night. Sean sat beside me. He just entered the rabbit hole.
Oh, fuck.
And I woke up and he was like the next morning. He was like, "Guess what?" I've got so much information for you because I've been waiting for you for so long to get up.
Yeah.
And he was like intermittently up and down throughout the night. Just like he was like, I can't stop. And he'd put together, and then he'd find a documentary like in the back end of YouTube or something that you're not supposed to watch. And he was like, had it on the screen ready to go. I was like, open my eyes. And he was like, bang, watch this. I was like, immediately.
Have you got a nicer conspiracy
No,
theory?
well, I have, and I don't even know if it's a conspiracy theory because I think it's backed by a lot, which is how every conspiracy theorist starts their conversation. This one's backed by science.
We are delighted to introduce our sponsor, Iconic Bronze. If you haven't heard of Iconic Bronze, it is a tanning and cosmetics brand founded right here in Ireland by the lovely Linda Stinston.
I've been a brand ambassador for Iconic Bronze for 7 years. I actually started using their products when I was in uni, and myself and Emma Kearney created a collection over 3 years ago now, and these are actually my lashes.
Fancy.
I know, they're
products
unreal.
are
Their products
fab.
are class.
I have to say, I have only started using this recently. Their instant body makeup, incredible.
That sort of thing's a lifesaver.
Incredible
on a night out.
lifesaver.
I'm a big fan of a body makeup. All their products are luxurious without the hefty price tag. They're also vegan and PETA approved and award winning as well. So you can't really go wrong with Iconic Bronze.
And we have all of our listeners a 30% off code. If you use the code Girls Group Chat on the site, 30% off all of the goods at iconicbronze.ie. I don't think humans are supposed to live on Earth. Hear me out.
Where are we meant to live?
Where are we going to live?
Well, that's the thing. We're going to find out today. I don't know. No, there are so many. Look at my. So think about, for
my God.
instance,
I'm hungover.
This is
we're the
given the time
only
that you said
animals
the
that
pound
get
was
sunburnt. Every other animal in the world has like scales.
Did you really just say that you don't think humans should live on Earth?
Because
we
sunburned.
get sunburned.
I have about 5 or 6 different reasons, Shannon. So strap in.
Look, the sun cream industry is booming.
Exactly. But why would we be born to live in a world that we can't survive in? Like the heat, the sunburn. We are the only ones who don't have anything to protect our skin. Animals have fur, have scales, have, wings, have all different stuff. And we don't, not wings, what is it? Feathers. And we don't have anything to protect our skin. We're
Sit in the fucking
no,
shade.
but that's not natural. We're the only people who don't contribute to the ecosystem. Humans are the only things that don't contribute to the ecosystem of the planet.
But that's why we're also unique and beautiful.
Yeah, we are. Fair enough. We're all gorgeous. But I don't think we're supposed to be here.
Where would you like us to be? Sorry, do more reasons?
I have many more reasons.
Oh no. We're going to be here all night.
This episode wasn't really supposed to be conspiracy theories, but I'm happy to let it keep going.
There's like loads of things. If you research it, there's loads of things.
Can you not
Even,
remember
like,
any?
our circadian rhythm, like we need like dark to sleep in. But as the year goes around, there's less dark hours, but we still need more of those dark hours to sleep. So we need to black out blinds and all the rest of it. Whereas it's probable that we're from a planet that has a consistent amount of daylight hours and dark hours throughout the whole year.
How did we get here?
There is what else? Oh, babies!
did we not
babies! We're the only life force on Earth who are born with stupid, pointless, like can do fuck all for themselves babies.
I always think about that,
No.
Every other mammal's baby can survive. If any
like that day.
other animal just went, their baby came out of them and the ma left that second, that baby would survive.
But did we not come from apes?
Yeah.
So how, are
Well,
the apes not meant to be
supposedly,
here either?
I don't know. I don't
Are
know
we
about
just
the
an
apes.
ape that went
from
too
them?
far?
We've been told that we've evolved
God,
from apes.
aye.
That's probably another thing. But there's loads of theories about that we have probably been at one. Like we could have been lab rats. Humans could have been lab rats on another planet at one point, and they just got rid of us and sent us to Earth, and we've populated Earth.
This is the definition of the hungover chaps.
Literally.
Yeah.
I feel like this is sharp.
Do you not think there's some sense in that?
Not at all.
No, usually
But
I
we're
am. I'm quite good to get behind a conspiracy theory, and I'm not getting excited about that
But
one.
our bodies are not equipped to live in this
I
planet.
do.
That's okay
get
though,
it.
because like we've made stuff to make it livable. That's all right.
No, I know we have, but that's why I'm saying I don't think that we're from here because we're not equipped. Even back to apparently the gravitational pull on the Earth is too harsh on our bodies, and that's why we all have really bad backs. Like as no other animals have back pain. No other animals are allergic to our grass or our pollen. The things that we like that grow around us naturally, we're allergic to. Why would we be allergic to the things that's in our own
Dogs
house?
can be allergic to grass. I know my friend's dog's allergic to grass.
And we sausage dogs
It's
get
not.
back in.
But sausage dogs aren't fucking a normal. They've been
They're so
made.
cute. Like
I know
us.
they're cute, but they're not natural.
No, but there's
Sausage
animal
dogs have been-
chiropractors.
Do you know?
I watch the ASMR of it.
Do you know one conspiracy theory that I love?
Do you?
No? Oh, weirdo.
And you listen to the animal chiropractor?
Is it
Of
ASMR?
course not. No. Or just a normal chiropractor.
None. Who mentioned ASMR?
Your last into backs cracking. He doesn't do backs cracking.
Animals' backs cracking.
Oh no, I don't think
How
I.
different.
No, girls, I love listening to backs cracking. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll make me
Do you
feel
like
sick.
knuckles cracking?
love. Yeah, absolutely love it.
Oh, why sure?
Oh my god, that is
Yours were
fucking
really
wrong.
loud. That was like an echo.
That's because I've made myself that way.
Oh, I don't feel well.
Because I love it so much.
I'm traumatized.
I wake up and crack head to toe. I go to my chiropractor every 6 weeks. I love it.
Gee.
No, I'd
yeah,
be
it
too
costs me a
scared.
fortune, but it's great.
Nah,
I get my neck and
I would
Oh,
love
I
a
like
neck
that.
cracking. I mean,
it's amazing.
I got my ear
How did we
flushed out
get here?
today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing came out. A lot of shit went on and
I
nothing
need to go
came
for
out.
a nap.
I now have 3 litres of water and vinegar in my brain. Sean bought
That's
it.
why you're talking so much shit.
I know. Sean bought a thing online that I've been complaining about having this ear that won't pop, and he bought this machine and he put together all this stuff, pumped it inside my head, and it has not come out. I have so
That's
much
kinda
vinegar
scary.
in my brain right now.
Your brain's literally
you
pickled.
missed that, can you hear?
Everything makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's definitely not natural. That was not nature's intention for you to fill your brain with water and
fucking water.
vinegar.
He was like, "This is what you need for the hangover. I'm gonna flush 3 litres of vinegar and hot water in your right ear, and see what happens." And then he didn't read the instructions to the end. He stopped reading them halfway through, and he put it all in my. No, seriously, this is what happened. He flushed it all inside my head, and then stopped the process. And I was all, "Now what?" And he went, "Well, this, I don't know. This is it, isn't it?" And I grabbed the instructions, and it was like, "Lean your head this way to let the water draw
Right.
out." But it was clearly too late. I had left it too long by the time I read that bit of instructions, and I was all, "Well,
Did
now
it
all
go
that
down your
stuff's in my."
throat? Did it go down your throat?
I don't know.
Can you
Did
hear?
taste it?
No. Okay, I can hear. I haven't had the pop thing since, so I think it might have worked. But I do think all that stuff now lives in my head.
Can we say this is not medical advice? Please don't fill your ears full of vinegar on Diona say so, because she doesn't think humans are meant to live on Earth.
Anyway,
so.
I'm not well today, girls.
What was the conspiracy theory you were going to say about?
I have 2, so I love the one that everyone thinks, not everyone, people think the earth is flat.
Oh.
That just makes me
That's
laugh
a common
so much.
one.
And
There, you know,
then-
there's conventions for that. Flat
oh
Earth
wow,
conventions.
I love it. Like.
And they think you would just walk off
I
at
just
the end, fall off like a lemming.
Like, yeah, not a lemon.
But like, where does it end? Like? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't make any sense. But I love the moon landing one.
Yeah.
I believe that
I
one.
did believe that it was staged, and
Yeah.
then I met Buzz Aldrin.
Casually.
Yeah, I met
Is
him
that the
before.
man that landed on the moon?
He drove it.
Second
No, it was
man.
Neil Armstrong.
It was Neil Armstrong then.
and
Buzz.
then him.
You met him.
Yeah, I've had a very varied life.
How
Where did you meet
him?
Buzz?
In London, at like he was speaking at a thing, and there was only like 10 of us in the room. I don't know how the fuck I got
Was it
there.
your primary school
You, your
class?
classmates, and Buzz.
I
School
was
trip.
15, but he talked about it, and he was fucking amazing. I felt like I was there too, and he had his little like NASA ring on. He talked about what it was like when they first seen it, and like coming out of Earth and all. And you're like, he
But
couldn't
my
have made
thing
that
is,
up.
why did they not go back?
They've been back loads.
They don't.
People don't walk on the moon anymore.
No, they don't walk on it.
I don't know why I said that. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Who's been on the moon or
Fiona, that's the
Way
weird
bad or
thing.
something?
It's like they did it, and then it's like it never gets done. So it's like surely if he's done it, you would keep baiting back.
Yeah. Maybe Buzz just wasn't
what
that
for?
impressed. Said, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's very dry.
Apparently, you see, the whole thing wasn't Russia going to do it? So then the next thing
Space
America was
race.
like, no, we're going to do it, we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Yes.
So they're like, well, did you really? Because it's all the weird
Coincidentally,
things
they were
about
suddenly
like
able to. There's like a shadow and all.
the flag is flowing in the
Yeah,
wind, but there's
yeah.
no wind in the
There's no
States.
wind.
Yeah.
So, is there no? How many times have people been to the moon? Then there's been that one trip, and that's it.
I don't know. Take that
know,
with a pinch of salt, but
I'll
they just,
tell you.
it's like surely they would just go all the
There was
time.
someone else on the moon though, wasn't there?
Not many for considering.
I
I don't know. I haven't a fucking.
Yeah, you're like there should be more trips to
I
the
feel
moon
like someone
if it's
just
that
told
easy.
me. I think someone just told me before that like they never really go back.
A bus trip.
How many do you think?
17 people have been
I
to
think
the moon.
about 5.
How many crude landings?
5.
Oh,
I think
I'm gonna say 7.
no, because there's that movie Apollo
13.
13. So there's at
Did
least
that not go
13
really wrong?
No, because some of them, like some of the Apollos, like
have blown up on the way.
Aye.
I'm gonna go with 17.
Just 6.
6 is what my next number would have been if I was guessing a second time.
Well, you would have got there. Yeah. So there you go. I was going to give you some facts about it, but no one cares.
No, that's true.
That's amazing. Well
I
done, them.
like
What did you say?
Well done them. Not that they're sitting in NASA listening to this podcast being like, oh, cheers. Look at
Thanks. But like, are they ever going to say congrats?
I know. It's like we're so happy to give a shout out to the moon.
We see you, Buzz. Well done.
I'd love to go to Mars a lap, but I wouldn't like.
A lap.
I don't know if I
All right,
actually.
Katy Perry.
Here, if she can do it, you can.
Exactly. I'd love to just see it and then like go home. But do you ever go on holidays to like a landmark and you get there and you're like,
Okay.
all right, and then you're away.
But that's the thing. It's like you go to Paris just to see the Eiffel Tower,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like, now what? Do you know? And it's
Yeah.
like just like because it's like a popular thing to do.
You're like, oh, class.
The
You
people
just
are
looked
into
at a
it.
photo of it online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saved your
it's
money.
like that thing. What's that? That propaganda. What is it? Don't subscribe to whatever. Like the big popular thing that people
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to do. Paris is probably one of them.
Do you not subscribe
Aye.
to Paris?
You absolutely buzz.
Yeah.
I've been a couple of times, and I did actually like Paris. But like, if it didn't have the Eiffel Tower, would I go to Paris? No.
Oh, that's a no. No.
Do you know what I mean? Like Sean and I ran out of the places that you know of that have the big things, and
The
then
big
we're like,
things?
where do you go now?
What big things?
Do you mean like you're
the
gonna go to
Louvre?
like the Louvre,
The Louvre.
in the Louvre,
In the
Louvre? No, you're gonna go to like Paris, or you maybe go to
The big things.
New
Do you
York.
mean like them really
I go
famous
to the Statue
monuments?
of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty,
Landmarks.
landmarks, and
Yeah.
then you're sort of like, well,
You're
the
just
ones
not that impressed by landmarks.
No, I am is the thing, but the ones that don't have landmarks are a bit shit, aren't they?
Like
The one that what,
here?
sorry?
Here, yeah.
What do you mean we've the big fish and the
You
thing
go-
with the ring?
You go
And
in
the
a
Falls
city
of the
break and it
Falls?
doesn't
Okay.
have one of the famous landmarks, and you're all, this isn't as cool as Paris would be, you know,
Aye.
because it
Wait,
has
Wait,
those-
so
a bit
wait,
like
do you like Paris?
I like, but what I'm saying is, if it didn't have the big landmark, I couldn't care less.
Aye.
She just loves the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
I just want to go and stand and photograph in front of all the things that people have heard of. That's it.
Okay.
Aye.
I could Photoshop that for you, no bar.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Like it.
actually is a far cheaper
Yeah.
option for me.
I'll do that for you.
Thank
no
you very
problem.
What's yours? What do you not subscribe to?
I'm just gonna say Aperol spritzes.
Rotten.
Yeah, I
fucking
agree.
They
I
taste-
can force myself to drink it, but I don't enjoy
Oh,
it.
I want to
Jesus.
like when they're the most beautiful summery drink, like sitting
never
holding
tasted
an Aperol spritz in a
Oh,
photo is so
we
chic.
should
They
do
taste
your
like
first impressions trying it.
They
I've
taste
never tasted
It
like,
tastes like there's hairspray sprayed
Yeah.
in a lemonade.
tastes like
Aye.
TV static.
battery acid.
Tastes like TV static. Holy shit, you aren't selling
Rotten.
us at all.
Yeah, of course.
Rotten.
Aperol spritz never gonna sponsor a podcast.
But you know, I know. We all get invited anyway. But there's, we did.
This is actually an Aperol spritz. I pure love it.
Yeah.
We what?
Also,
We were meant
we
to
were,
go- we
we
got
were
invited
invited
to
to an
an
Apple
event.
Spritz thing.
You fucking never told me. I wouldn't have went like, but
I
don't like our spritzes, but like fair play.
I know, to be fair, it was in Dublin. It looked beautiful. The event looked unreal.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I would have got there and been like,
Aye, it's rotten.
this
Yeah.
is lovely.
It's an Aperol event. Have you this with no Aperol in it, please?
I think the same about gin. Like
Oh, no, I
pink
love
gin,
gin.
coloured gin. Like,
Oh.
do you not think it became a whole, like, just an
Trend?
aesthetic trend where it was like gin, and I was like gin, like people were having like gin bars at their wedding, and
Yeah,
like
gin
and
tree.
it was all colourful, all the sort of the big funky glasses, and it
And
became
gin, there's
the
a lot of
new
new
serving
gin
your burger
brands.
on till.
Do you know, I asked Ben this recently. How did like food and drinks become a trend? Do you remember everyone
know.
was like losing their shit over sweet chili sauce when it first came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then avocados had like a real
Yeah.
moment.
Avocados
And now
did.
everyone's going back
Hate
shit for
avocados.
matcha. Like why do we all jump on food trend? Like foods
Matcha
that have
was one
always
of mine.
existed. Like why is an avocado
Matcha
suddenly
was one of
sexy?
mine, Jordan.
You don't like the matcha?
So I have tried it once. Went to a place specifically to go and try it, and I don't get it. And I got the one that was like their matcha of the month or whatever it was. And then the place that I got it off had a cheek to comment. Now, I was just like, this might be a nice matcha, but I just obviously mustn't like the taste of matcha. They had a cheek to comment being like, you have to try this one with this syrup and this one, and that'll be nice. And I was like, well, that wasn't the matcha of the month.
Yeah,
Maybe
why
you
is
should,
it not your matcha of the month?
maybe you should change it. I don't. It's like grass.
I do like it, but I hate that you have to add so much to
Yeah.
it for it to be
It's
nice.
so
Does that not defeat
pointless.
the purpose
Do you know what I mean?
then?
Yeah, like you're totally masking the taste because
Would
it
you not be
tastes like
better just
shite.
having milk
So-
with a
Yeah.
bit of strawberry in
Aye,
it?
that-
Yeah,
exactly.
If
It
you
is the
add
same.
white chocolate and raspberry and sugar, it's probably going to taste all right.
Yeah,
like
like
if
you could
you-
add that to a Brussels sprout and I'll eat them
Aye,
back.
I want to ask the matcha lovers.
The matcha community.
Do you drink, if you can drink it with none of the fruity stuff or no chocolate in it, then fair enough, I'll accept that you like matcha. But otherwise,
Jonah's
you don't
gonna
really
line
like
you
it.
up and make you snort pure matcha, and if you don't like it, she's gonna punch you. And if you like it,
But
she'll
you know what
kiss
I mean? Like, you can't say you like matcha if
That's
you're
my
putting
kind
all
of
that
party.
in it.
I would be the same though about coffee. You know the way people are like, oh my god, I need like a really lovely coffee today.
Yes.
Like I just don't. I love mellow birds.
Millibirds is
I love
fantastic.
Mellowbirds,
Fucking love
yeah.
Mellowbirds.
Alzira,
Mellowbirds.
fantastic.
Mellowbirds
Unbelievable.
coffee, the blue lid.
It
wee
is
birdies on
literally
it?
mellow. It's smooth. It's very
Oh.
light. It's actually a great wee instant coffee.
It would be
My
like-
brother would be a coffee snob and he won't
Aye.
drink coffee in my house because I don't make it from a coffee machine. I just make instant. And
I
he's
like instant. I like
he
machine.
leaves my house and goes to the shop and buys a coffee and comes back to the house. Like I'll stick the kettle on. He'll be like, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And he leaves and goes and buys himself a coffee and comes
Does
back.
he like a barista bar?
Yeah.
Like he'll take that.
He'll take a
over and-
barista bar from his
Aye.
bar because they're
Yeah.
great.
They are
They are
lovely.
good.
Yeah.
And I like Frank and Oz as well.
Aye.
And that's something I don't subscribe to. Yeah, the
Another one-
needing to be a coffee snob. I just don't
Aye.
know the difference.
I don't know the difference.
no.
No.
Oh no. I'm not a snob, but there's a lot of places that I'm like, I don't like that coffee. I'm not going to name them
Aye.
because I'm not going to be hectic. There's a lot of places. that
McDonald's
I'm like,
stinking coffee.
I don't.
McDonald's.
Yep. There's a lot of places I do not like their coffee, and I would have like favorites over other places.
Do you do an espresso martini?
No.
You don't buy that propaganda?
Rotten.
Love espresso
I
martinis.
do think they're nice.
Yeah, I like one.
They have to be
McGee.
sweet for me. Absolutely love rocket fuel. Total rocket
Stinking.
fuel. You're definitely not meant to mix coffee and alcohol. Like that's so not a good idea.
I
But
know.
isn't it? Was
Fucking
it?
great.
There's it's a debate between who it was, whether it was Kate Moss or Naomi Campbell, but one of them, that's who created it.
Stop.
Do you not know this story?
That cannot
Moss,
be
I
true.
think.
If you Google it, there's
They don't know.
articles in either of them. So there was a bar that one of them, I think they both went, they used to go to in London. And there's a quote, I'm not going to get it right, but it was something like, I want something that's going to wake me up and fuck me up.
Oh,
Lovely.
And this is how
Diona?
Nothing,
an espresso-
nothing tastes as good as being fucked up feels. That's what she said.
But that's how an espresso martini came about.
I
That
think
is the true story.
I actually think I created it, and I'll tell you how. It was about
Fuck Kate Moss.
No, it was about. I remember at least 10 years ago, me and Sean were having drinks in our house, and he was knackered. And only now, as a parent of 2 young kids, do I look back and think I was so unkind to him. The times he was absolutely knackered, and I was like, fucking wise up, we're staying up, we're having a bit of crack, we're having drinks, the music's on, and he's like, I just want to go to bed. And I'm like, no. And one night I remember boiling the kettle and I got a big spoonful of instant coffee. I put it into a shot glass, put a little bit of hot water into it, and then put a shot of Sambuca in it and stirred it all together. And I remember opening the door, the back door, making him stand on the back step where there was like fresh air. This is probably like 2 a.m. I was like, we're staying up. And I handed him the glass, this hot coffee mixed with Sambuca. Actually, it was ouzo at our back door. And I was like, you're necking that. That's what you're doing. We're going to stay up. And the poor fucker drank it.
Bullying.
You're so scary.
I'm an awful person, and he drank it, and I think he went straight to bed afterwards after throwing up. But I was like, this is how our night's going to continue.
we will stay up.
I think I invented the espresso. That was the origin story of the espresso
That
martini.
was the real
Nice.
one.
I
Were
like
you
it.
pals at the time through modelling with Kate Moss and Naomi Campbell?
Yes.
And they stole the
They
idea
stole
off
off
you.
you.
Yeah, they
Got all the
they
credit.
stole-
They just
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, they didn't want
Bastards.
you to have it. What do you think of? There's a lot of controversial opinions on the whole Labubu / collectible teddies that people are into.
Stupidest thing
What
ever.
the
Right, what are they? They're a bit scary looking.
They're
I think
wild.
I don't think they're cute. I don't get the people. I think it was like, isn't it like your girl Chintzia Lemons? They are all into all this, and I think it kind of started this craze. I think they're ugly. I also don't have an issue if people want to collect them and
like-
get joy out of it.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
fill
your
you.
you know, I said the other week, I just love when people have a hobby. So I'm like,
Yeah.
but I just can't understand it because I don't think they're cute. They're really fucking dear.
They are
They
dear.
really dear.
They're people queue out, people camp out.
Are they not
Camp
like
out.
20?
Do you know what it is? It's like jelly cats for adults.
Exactly, but you know what I would say to people who collect them? If you can happily collect them and not post online about it, you collect them to your heart's content because they truly make you happy. But if you're buying them to just post online, to just show that you have them,
Yeah.
then that is a different reason for buying that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Then it becomes just being like part of the trend.
It's like
You're
everyone buying a
just-
Stanley cup. If you think it's
Oh,
genuinely an amazing
yes, the
cup,
Stanley
have
cup.
at it. But
This-
if you're only buying it so you can post it,
No, the Stanley Cup is another one. The Stanley Cup bothers
Yeah.
me. Like, why are we walking around holding a kettle all day?
genuinely. It's a
Do you ever
fucking
see
kettle.
some of the girls, like especially like we young American girls on like TikTok and stuff, and they have like every color? And
I
they,
want to match every outfit.
like they have videos of like doing my Stanley collection. And I'm
collection.
like,
That's unhinged.
that's like a fucking
does not impress me.
deposit for a house sitting there.
Well,
Aye.
do you know what the other thing is as well? Designer handbags.
Yeah, I agree.
Waste of money.
I agree.
If it brings you happiness, great. But I don't know how anybody is able to get to the position, if you're a designer, that you can go smack bam £1,200 for this handbag. You're like, but that handbag is of the same quality as something I bought from New Look that's £32.
Yeah.
and it's
Aye.
just
You know
not
what I
carting
mean?
your shit
Well,
around. like.
It's just for it's going to sit in the ground most of the day.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, how can you just like what is it that's made people go,
Make
I
it
will
want
part
it.
for £1,000?
To be fair,
I done a
designer
video.
labels in general.
I done
The
a
whole
video
thing.
on TikTok a while ago, specifically about, I think it was about a year ago, about designer handbags. And I was like, no matter, I could be a millionaire and I still
Same.
don't have a desire for it. It's so much money. And it looks the exact same. I don't especially the mental ones like the Hermes bags and all. And then sure, the factories in China, did you see all this?
Yeah,
I
And
know.
they came out exposing all the designer handbags, being like, this is where they get it from and it's a fiver.
I have just remembered that I do have a Stella McCartney bag and a Chloe bag, but besides those, I don't know why I bought those. I think it was in the past couple of years when I got I was like really proud of myself for a job and I treated myself to something, and then afterwards went, why did I
know.
don't
Aye.
care. It was like you were like almost in that thought of like, that's what you do to treat yourself as a
that's
woman,
what
is
it's gonna be.
overspend on
Yeah.
something.
Me and Ben were walking down the Lisburn Road recently, and there's like a second-hand designer store, and there was this beautiful, beautiful Mulberry handbag in the window. It was like a blood red, and it was fab, and it was really big. I love a good big handbag. And I have no idea the concept of what designer things cost because I just don't buy them. So I went in and said to the man, like, that bag in the window's gorgeous, please. Can I see it? It's in the market for a new bag at the time. And he went, it's such a good price. This is only £800. And I had to stand there like a dick being like, is it this only £800?
I love that.
And if you have the credit card on you, no, I haven't got a card with this, but I'm tempted. Oh shit, I hold this over. I got the poor man to hold it over for me.
I love that. I love that.
As if I was considering it.
You're like, I'll be back tomorrow.
Do you know what that's like? Do you know when you go into the airport and you obviously go and spray your perfume on
You
yourself
have
on the
to
way
let on
through?
that you're
duty
really
free-
gonna buy
you're
it.
spritzing, you're like, oh, that's a new. I've not smelled that one before.
Yeah.
I may come back for that. You know, I'm not coming. Can I get that on one of those wee cards so I can let it settle? You know, on the skin, and then I'll come back.
Oh, that is love. Oh, I'll be back for that.
I would love to
will.
see the CCTV. If
Honestly.
you being like,
But then I like almost gaslit myself of like, if I did say it was a good price, I might never have the chance to own this bag ever again. I've never thought once in my entire life about owning a Mulberry. It means fuck all to me. I'm not a materialistic person whatsoever. Not saying if you like designers stuff you are materialistic, but I'm just not interested. I have friends who'll be listening to this like, you sent me that handbag. I started being like, do I need this Mulberry bag?
Whenever somebody tells you, it's like, oh, that's a bargain. You're like, that is a bargain. Like,
That
I
is
need it.
actually that is cheaper than what that would be, because I was bought a Mulberry handbag by an ex before, and
you're flat out in the handbags
no,
for
but I
someone
took
that
it
doesn't
back.
like them.
I took it back
fair enough.
because I went.
You got the cash for it?
I got the cash for it.
You kept it?
Went back to House of Fraser.
Brilliant.
I got £1,000 back in cash, 1,200 or something, and I got a digital camera. Still don't know how to use it. Still sitting there 15 years ago. And I got loads of other stuff. Like I got like my first pair of Uggs and all. I got like loads of stuff for it. I was like, there's no way.
Brilliant.
But also, as I told him, you're not getting this money back. Like I'm not
Aye.
like now getting a refund and then we're gonna go half size. Like this is my money now.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
I
just
totally
think-
back you.
I'm like quantity over quality a lot of the
100%.
time.
Yeah,
Like
me
I'm just
too.
like, if like I love a designer bag, it's stunning, but I'm like, for that price I could go to Primark.
Aye.
No, but this is
you
what
know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
is
I
the
just-
quality isn't better. That it's not quantity over quality. It's just using your brain. Like that's not. It's not to say a designer handbag is better quality.
Aye.
They're just marketing themselves. That's the same way like big sports brands have like Ronaldo as their face, but they have to give Ronaldo £19 billion.
know.
So in order to pay Ronaldo, we're paying Ronaldo. We're Ronaldo's employees.
Okay.
Well, how the fuck is this related to
we get
handbags?
here?
You know what I found out today?
How did you connect that?
So the face of those big brands, if you have like Kate Moss is the face of Mulberry,
Yes,
she's
okay.
cost an absolute fortune to be the face of Mulberry
Okay, yes.
because she's attracting people to come and
Yeah,
buy
okay.
Mulberry. So in order to pay her, they have to bump their prices up because she just cost them 50 million.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
So we
Follow
employed
now.
Kate Moss.
Yeah, we are her
Nice.
employers.
She's
I only
welcome.
found out today that footballers get like 300 grand a week.
Every time a
some get more
footballer,
than that.
every
I-
time a
your day.
footballer breathes, they make more money than I'll probably make in my life. Like that is insane.
No, it's disgusting. Like it makes me physically
It is
a week.
mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd play for
Sean-
1 week and quit.
So would I. Sean was telling me too about like footballers who, like a lot of them are like, and when you're, because obviously like they train like I don't know
Flat
40
out.
hours a week, like they have to be very healthy and very physically fit and whatever else, and they're all encouraged. Footballers are encouraged to get married and settle down and have a family really young. Like because they're like professional footballers from they're like 14. So by the time they're like 20, like look at like you know. Wayne Rooney and all those, like David Beckham and all, they're all encouraged really young, settle down and have families because they do not want them out partying.
Yeah.
And getting blocked and taking drugs and whatever else. So
Doesn't go well usually.
yeah, I know. So they're like settle down, have a family, and all the rest of it because they want them to be able to continue to play.
Yeah.
But so funny because Sean is a big Liverpool supporter, and he'll be like, "Come on!" and shout at the screen. I'll be all that guy's dad is younger than you.
Aye.
No, that's ick. I'm so glad that Kieran Kieran's not really into sport, his family would be, and he's not, and I'm so glad, because see grown adults and like even when they're in public in a bar
Can't.
jizzing over themselves over
I know.
a man on the TV kicking a ball.
I know.
It really turns my guts.
We were on a train in London, and there was like all these like men football supporters like singing their wee song, you know, like their wee football songs. Like
I
in
do like a
unison.
song.
But like imagine we were just
Yeah.
on the train together singing like the Spice Girls
Honestly.
for like 7 rounds.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like shut up, the fuck.
The other day, I heard Sean singing "One kiss is all it takes."
'cause it's a Liverpool
But-
song.
Exactly. So
Is it?
how
It's
do
a
you know
Liverpool
every
song.
word.
It's like their song or whatever.
Why?
Dua
but you're
Lipa
like-
is
Do they
a,
all just want to join a big gay choir? It'd be easier.
apparently she went out and sang on the pitch at one time, and they all just went
Like,
boogly,
yeah.
loved the song, and now they all sing it at every match.
But whenever
so
they won
weird.
like the other week, they
Mad.
played it and they were all like dancing around. I was like, that is so funny. You all just danced around to Dua Lipa in the middle of the pitch. Like they were like,
So bizarre.
The same fellas who would just batter a gay guy, and they're like, "One kiss is all it takes."
Honestly, crying whenever their person misses the free kick.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
went out with a guy who was obsessed with a particular football team. I can't remember which one. And how they played and where they were in the fucking table dictated his mood. Like if they lost a game,
Is there not
he'd
a-
be
Yes.
devastated
There
all
is
week.
a statistic about like domestic violence
Yeah,
relating
it
to
is. Yes.
football
Through the roof.
matches.
That's a wee bit dark.
It's
Sorry.
awful.
No,
It
but
does, I know, but
that's how
He wasn't
mental
like that.
it is.
Sorry, just mean like he would be really sad or really happy.
but like that's how extreme they take their ball kicking.
Yeah, but in saying that there, I do think there is a really great thing about being involved in a team sport or a
Yeah.
team anything, because I do
think
actually
it's
want my
nice.
kids to play football only because or any sport, only team sport, because I think it's good to learn to like work together
Yeah.
and like enjoy a win together as a team.
And I think it's nice.
Learn how to
people that
lose as
support
well is
Football.
big
It's like a
important thing.
community thing. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like people listen to our podcast. Fair play to yous.
Yeah.
They're our community.
Can I
They're
just say
in
we're
community.
never playing a sport together. Ever.
Jesus.
Hate
no,
sports.
I hate sports.
I loved netball and hockey in school. I was captain of netball and hockey, and I loved it. And
I
then
love the way you said that. Like, oh, it's no big deal. was
I
just the
actually
captain.
no, I actually tried to go back. So
Just
it would
go
have
to
been
school recently.
no to netball. Like didn't even go in like the shallow, straight in the deep end, straight to Belfast ladies netball. Right, This
UK
is only-
Olympics team.
This isn't long ago at all. I had this big. It's whenever I lost a bit of weight, and I had this big idea. I was like to Kieran, you know what, like. I'm the epitome of fitness now, so I'm going to go back to netball, even though I haven't been since I was in 5th year. And I was doing unbelievable. I was actually really proud of myself, like really proud. It was emailed in August and says, look, we'll start back in September. We'll let you know the first night. And I was so fucking excited. I broke my ankle in the last 5 minutes of the training.
Oh,
I
Jesus,
broke
Shannon.
my ankle. I jumped up
That's
and a wee
insane.
girl hit my hip, and like the coaches were like, oh, you heard the fucking noise.
Oh, I wish
and
I'd
I
been
phoned
there to hear
Kieran.
it.
Kieran was in Australia. I was in, I'm on my way to A&E, and he was like, what? I was like, I fucking broke my ankle.
So that's
Well,
why
that was
sports
you
are
were
dangerous.
not supposed to be. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
word
a sign.
telling you that your
Yeah.
time is done. I played netball. I was goal attack, obviously.
I was goal defence. We'd played against each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should have punched you.
I only did it in primary school, and that's because I was in my that was the height of aggression.
The happy slap era.
yeah,
Primary school, you got like 9?
but I played with other 9-year-olds. I didn't play with women.
Imagine just like a wee angry kid running around beating the fuck out of everyone.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Remember, we're on our Patreon, patreon.com/the Girls Group Chat Podcast for all the extra content. And what else, girls? What do we want people to comment below? If you've made it this far, fair play to you.
Honest
the
to
OGs.
God.
Fair
Like,
play. This was chaos.
This has been chaos.
Comment your propaganda that you don't fall for or fall for. Something that you do like to join into.
Comment something you do like or something you don't
Don't
like.
like.
Whatever.
Comment one of our names.
Anything.
Just comment anything you want. Whatever's going. We'll take it.
Have fun.
Oh, it's been
Bye.
a day. Bye.